And those three treasures are this: I take refuge in Buddha, I take refuge in Dharma, I take refuge in Sangha. In Buddhism, there is a teaching called the three jewels, or the three treasures, because they are so important to practicing the Buddhist tradition. And those three treasures are this: I take refuge in Buddha, I take refuge in Dharma, I take refuge in Sangha. These refuges in the Buddhist tradition are places where you can turn to as a Buddhist to always be upheld, comforted, taught, encouraged, and sent forth into the world to do your practice day after day. Millions of Buddhists all over the world say these things every day to remind themselves. And the Buddha was a great teacher. And the Dharma means teaching, the teachings of Buddhism. And the Sangha is the community. We all have these three treasures or jewels, even as Unitarian Universalists. And I think people of any faith tradition have them. We have good teachers. And in Unitarian Universalism, our teachers are all the wise people who has ever lived, who have taught us kindness and compassion and love and justice and equity. I bet you have a favorite teacher. Who are some of your favorite teachers? It's not a rhetorical question. I'm actually asking you, who are some of your favorite teachers? Mandela. Thich Nhat Hanh. Martin Luther King. Kurt Vonnegut. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. We have so many. And when times are difficult, we turn to the teachers we trust. And we turn to the things they taught us, the Dharma, the teaching. In Unitarian Universalism, we have what we call the living tradition, which includes wisdom from all the world's religious traditions and science and all the things that we've learned that help make our world a better place, kinder, more compassionate, full of love, peaceful, not violent. And when things are difficult, we turn to those teachings to remind us who we are, what we value, and how we should live, even when it's hard. And as Unitarian Universalists, we have a Sangha. The Sangha is the community of learning, the community of practice. Guess what our Sangha is? You're in it right now. Look at take a look around. This is your Sangha. This is your community where you learn, your community where you practice your deepest, most important values. And when times are rough, this community is one of the things that holds you up and gives you life, helps you remember what your values are, what the good is in the world, helps you remember what love calls us to do and asks us to do, even when it's hard. So we live in a time that can sometimes be really difficult. We have an election that a lot of people are very concerned about. We have wars in Ukraine and wars in Gaza. And the only way we get to overcome these difficulties, the only way out of them, is to go through them. We cannot wish them away. We must go through it. But we only can go through it together, relying on our wise teachers, what they've taught us, and the community that we walk with. The only way out is through. The only way through is together. And because of that, one of the things we do here on Sunday as we share milestones of our lives with each other.
Check out my website and blog at tonylorenzen.com for even more resources that will open your mind, touch your heart, and inspire your spirit.